Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome,
Hi.
welcome.
See you guys in a little bit.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Go ahead and share some love in the chat if you like. Whoever phone's breaking up, I hear it in the background. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. So it's going to allow just a few more moments to allow a few more people into the room. And then feel free to drop messages in the chat, show some love, say where you're from. All right, so we got a few people on, so it is 6 o'clock. I know a few others probably be coming on here as well, but just welcome. So today will be a different type of call. Normally Tuesday, we normally go over our life book where we're discussing the element, but this is a different day. Today, we're actually going to be celebrating our clients, celebrating our coaches, talking about the non-scale victories, some of your challenges, whatever you want to, even tips, whatever you would like to do. But we're just going to open it up to everyone. And then next week on Tuesday, we will go back to our life book, which will be element 5, which will be on optimizing your surroundings. So stay tuned for that for next week. But today, like I said, it's about celebrating you guys, clients and coaches. And so I will be hosting the first 30 minutes, and then I will be kicking this over to Carol, and she'll be ending it off with the next 30 minutes in regards to just finding out how are you guys doing and just as far as your victories. So for those who don't know me, my name is Tamara Bryant. I am a health coach with Optavia. I have been coaching for 1 year. As far as my story, I started.
My friend? The one that became my friend?
All right, so we're gonna make sure everyone's muted. But as far as just a little bit of my story, I did start my whole journey, which was back in April 19th of last year. And the reason for starting was more so just due to my digestive issues, dealing with like a lot of bloating, stomach pain, and doctors couldn't figure it out. So I had to like take advantage and take my own health into my own hands. So that's why I decided to actually try Optavia, because I tried everything else. And upon trying it, I started to learn how to eat better, learn how to eat every 2 to 3 hours. The digestion issues started to go away, started to get my energy back, and just started to feel really, really good. So from there, of course, I lost 30 pounds. So that was amazing. And then I just started sharing with individuals. People want to know what I was doing. So I decided to pay it forward and be a health coach. So that's what I'm doing now. And I enjoy it. And I'm helping a lot of people directly and indirectly. But enough about me. I'd like to go right ahead and just open it up to everyone here in regards to sharing some of your non-scale victories or tips or challenges, wins, or whatever that you experience. And who would like to talk? Anybody? Everybody? All right, let me see. All right, Ina, go right ahead and take yourself off mute.
All right. My journey. Most of you know the journey I was going through. And right now, this is what I still needed coaching myself. And I just learned. I'm serious. I just learned when you measure everything to the T, it works. So I was trying not to measure everything. And for the last 2 days, I measured everything. And it's amazing how it worked with my digestive system. So I still need coaching. My coach was telling me, and now I see, listening to you, everybody, I got it. The light went on. You know what I'm saying? It went on. And I'm sticking to this regimen. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, I love it. I love it. You dropped a few gems. Is follow the system. It works.
Follow the
Follow the
system.
system. So no, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Ina. Everybody, show some love to Ina in regards to, just some of her wins, listening to her coach, just doing amazing. All right, go right ahead, Nelly.
Hello, everyone. I'm just so happy to hear from our clients and see the progress they're doing. My clients, they're very shy to come into the meeting and talk. And I've been inviting them to come to the meetings, but for some reason, some people work the Tuesday or had the meeting on Tuesday. But yesterday was so cute because we in the service meeting in the morning, and one of my clients, who is a brother, he just like, Nelly, I lost 20 pounds. I feel great. I was just like, wow. And he said in the service group, just like, oh, good for you. But it's just exciting. I have another client. She already lost 61 pounds. She's doing great. And she have all her family and the healthy meals. Even though everybody's in the program except her, but she have all her family on track. Some of the teenagers already lost 20 pounds and just to eating healthy, to have the lean and greens. And just to prove that the program help and you can maintain. I've been in the program for a year and I still maintain my weight. Thank you. So I want to say.
Wow, that's awesome. So good, Nelly. And that's just amazing, to get those messages, even when it's text messages, but for you, like you said, someone just to say, I lost 20 pounds, it makes you feel amazing, just to know that the program works, even though we know it works because us being as coaches and clients, but just to hear others, that have that transformation. So no, that's awesome. Definitely everyone, please show some love for Nelly in the chat. Who else would like to share some non-scale victories, some tips, some wins, some challenges? Let's see who has their hand up. All right, Sylvia, go right ahead.
Hey everybody, pardon my mask for today, but at any rate, I do have a client who texted and said that she is on vacation. She's on her way from Catalina to Ensenada, and she's gonna try to jump on, but you know how the connection thing goes with the internet and the water. But she was so thrilled because she's lost 30 pounds and her clothes are starting to feel better and she's feeling better and was really super stoked about the program. So just wanted to come on and to verify that, yep, the program works. So continue. If you're early on in the program, keep going. If you're midway, keep going. Your victories, you're already having victories. So keep doing what you're doing. So
love it. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing, Sylvia. And it's so true. Just keep going. Because like you said, if you, like Ina mentioned you measure the food, it works. You keep going, keep following the system, it works. The only time it doesn't work is when you're trying to reinvent the wheel. But if you follow it to a T, you will lose weight. There's no plateau whatsoever. And that's what I love so much about this program, that it teaches you these habits that you can use for a lifetime. But who else who has any other tips, non-scale victories that they would like to share, even if it's about you, someone else? I would love to hear from you. All right, go right ahead, Carol.
Okay, so I just got a message from one of my clients. She's not gonna be able to get on, so I'm gonna tell her story since she can't tell her story. She started the program previously and wasn't doing well, and she just thought, oh, it doesn't work for me, it works for everybody else, it doesn't work for me, yada yada. And so then she got off, and she was off for, I don't know, a couple months, and then recently when we had the special, she signed it back up again. Still didn't do anything at first, and then maybe 2-3 weeks ago, we sat down and finally got her to open the book. So the book was the key. And that's what we keep telling everybody. That book is the key. It's not the food. The food, eat the food, drink the water. Excuse that finger. There's a story with that finger, y'all. I'm not trying to give y'all the finger. There's a story. Anyway, so the thing is, you have to get into the book. And she never opened the book in the first time, but this time when she opened the book, she was able to work on what's going on up here. And now she's finally seeing results. So now she's finally down 10 pounds so far, and she has a whole different temperament or attitude about the program. And she's coaching now. She's had a couple of health assessments. So she was able to sign her son, and she's just feeling really good. So yeah, get this straight. You can do anything.
Exactly. Love it, Carol. And that's what I tell my clients all the time. I was like, the book is our program, not the food. The food is just to help you to develop these simple habits, But once you get it mentally here, you're good. That's why we call our program a lifestyle change, not a diet. Because once you mentally have it here, you can do it on your own. You can do it for life. So thank you so much for bringing that out. And everyone show some love for Carol and her client. That's pretty awesome. Woo, woo. And her finger, by the way. Hey. All right, so who else would like to share? Open it up. And like I said, it could be in regards to whatever you experience for the week, challenges, non-scale victories, or even if you're a new client, just share some of the things that maybe you're going through or experienced thus far. If you'd like to raise your hand, and I'd love to hear from you. Let's see. Is anybody? Do I need to start calling on names? Because I would love to hear from you guys. All right.
Call her names tomorrow.
All right. I want to start calling names. All right, Ricky, since you smiling, seem like you got nothing but joy on your side. Let's hear from you. I know you got a story to tell. I saw you picking berries and stuff during the week. So let's go right ahead and hear from you.
Well, I don't really have much to say, but anyway, I can drag it out for you a little while. Well, I did. You guys have seen Miss Jane on here. She was going to come on and tell her story today because she's also seen a light bulb, and I don't see her on here, but we've been going through the elements. And so last Thursday, I called her to go through element 6 with her. But I hadn't read it myself. So I called her up and I said, Jane, I haven't read this element. I said, let's put this off for another time. She said, no, I read that element and I can tell you all about it. So anyway, she's having her struggles, but she said this time she saw the light. She it's just up to me. I just got to follow it the way it is and don't be trying to make it Jane's way. And all those things you said. So I was looking forward to seeing her today because she was supposed to start taking it one day at a time and just do it. I told her, take it one day at a time and then do it for a week and see if it works for you. And that's what she told me she was going to do. And she was going to come today and give her report, but I don't see her. So I'm hoping it did for her. She'd been in the program, long before me, and I just started working with her since February, but she still hadn't done anything up until now. So anyway, but she's been in the book. She's come to all the meetings and all those things, and she's doing the book and thinking that she's got the point. So I'm hoping that things are working out for her. But she's my victory. For last week, I was on cloud 9.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And that's awesome. All right, let's see. Does anybody else has some non-scale victories? I know for this month that we are doing the June challenge. So I know a lot of coaches, even some clients are participating in that. In regards to where we're doing our motion, we're doing our prayer, our meditation, 5 minutes, and drinking 80 ounces of water. Go right ahead, Shadon. I'd love to hear from you.
I love the way that you said that.
Let's see. Shadon, I think you have your hands up. You could take yourself off mute.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing good. Good to hear from everyone. I just have a brief something to say about one of my clients. He texted me the other day, and he was like, I'm so excited for this process because now that he's weighing and measuring out his food, he's realizing how much food it is. So this is teaching him the portion control. And he was like, man, if I would have been doing this a long time ago, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So it's so great to, when our clients and myself, I did the same thing, when we recognize how much we used to overeat. And portion control really helps us go along going forward. And so when we get to that transition and we get to eating regular foods, now we know exactly what to do and how to maintain it. And so that's what I really enjoy about this lifestyle change. And especially when we see it in our clients and helping others to reach their goals.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, thank you for sharing that, Shadon. It's so funny. Yeah, because I believe it was something even in our chat, like where somebody asked, like, what is fueling? And it's like, well, we call it fueling because it just gives you enough, the right amount of portion to get you to the next 2 to 3 hours. Kind of like a car, you put gas in it just to get you from A to B, right? Sometimes C, but how gas is, you probably only get to B. But it's just enough to get you to that next level. So a lot of times people, I know I run across a lot who may say like, all I eat is salad or greens or this, but a lot of times even too much of a good thing could be bad for you because it's not portioned, But no, thank you for sharing that for sure. Is there anyone else who would like to share anything that they enjoyed thus far in their challenge, the June challenge for those coaches or clients doing that? Any non-scale victories from clients? All right, go right ahead, Barbara.
Okay, so I guess a couple of things. I've been really enjoying the challenge that we've been having. I'm actually drinking more water. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot more water. And I make sure, well, a lot of things I was already doing, the meditation, the prayer, but if I seem like I forgot something, I was like, oh, especially if I get caught up in other stuff, I remember that, oh yeah, I have to do this. So I go there and I do that and I'm checking everything. Also, I'm excited because I have a client on here, but I don't see her face. But anyway, she's on here and she's really excited to start. Her box, I already told her, I've been keeping up with tracking her box, so her box will be here. So we got everything scheduled for do the journey kickoff, and she's on here tonight. She was even texting me, said, I can't get in. I'm like, okay, here's the code. And I just texted, I said, you in? And she said, yes. So she's in here somewhere. So she know I'm talking about her. She's excited. All my clients have been excited, keeping up with everything. And one of them told me they didn't know how much weight they had lost. So when they found out, first they was kind of down. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep it up, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, do you know how much weight you lost? And it was like, no. I said, you lost 17 pounds. They was like, what? I lost 7. Okay, let's see how we can work this. Now, what I got to do now? How many boxes I need to pull me through this? All of a sudden, the energy went bing. I said, you got it for the rest of July. They were like, okay. I said, we were about August when August get here. Right now, that's finished July. So she said, I got it. So, we had to change it, the suitor, but still, said, hey, the 5 and 1, you can't do that. 4 and 2, let's go. She said, let's get it. She said, I'm going on here and tell them I lost 17 pounds. I lost 17 pounds. So, they're really excited, and I like what James and Jamil was saying, even you, because you're my coach, we keep talking to them, keep encouraging them. If you stay in close contact with your clients, they constantly stay excited. Just talk with them, see what's going on, even if it's just 5 minutes. I shared, and then I'm going to get off. I shared a recipe. I think that Carol posted. I did that today. I tagged a few of them and they was like, whoa, that was some clients. I'm like, hey girls. And one was like, hey, that's good. I was like, gotcha. So anyway, I just want to let you know that, if we be excited, they will continually be excited. If we are like, we don't care, then they're not going to care. So we have to keep being excited, and I'm still on mine and I'm still maintaining my weight. So that's it.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. And that's so true. We have to be exciting. Have to, especially since we're on our own personal journey, and it keeps us accountable as well. And that's what I love, because of course with the whole program, when we tell our clients, it's based off the 4 components. It's our health coach, is our habits of health transformational system, which is our books. It's the community, which we're on a call right now to keep us going, and the feelings, which is easy. So no, thank you for sharing that. That's pretty awesome. Go right ahead, Donna. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, this 30-day challenge has been great, getting that little extra boost, keep us in gear for the summer. And I've lost 4 pounds already. So I'm only a couple pounds from my original goal, actually. So I'm excited about that. And, doing that extra water, that 80 ounces, I think that's making a huge difference. And it's easy with the summer. If we're working out, you get that extra water in. So that's helped. But I have a client that just started. She actually did Optavia some time ago, and then she got off of it, and she gained some weight back, but not a lot. But she wanted to lose like 10 pounds. So she was helping another client of mine. So she decided she wanted to start up again, and she's doing the 30-day challenge with us. She told me today she's lost 8 pounds already. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic, so she's doing really good and she's loving it, so, and then I had another client that just recently told me that she's down 40 pounds and she's only been on it a couple months. So they're all doing really good and everybody's really excited. So, especially with summer here, and doing different things. So it's exciting to hear from them that they're sticking with the program, so it's been good.
Wow, that's amazing, Donna. 40 pounds, and they're just losing left and right, and you're losing weight as well in the challenge. So that's awesome. And I actually really do enjoy this challenge. It's keeping me accountable, because when I see you guys post and even clients involved posting, even if it's something I forget, I'm reminded, like drink some more water. So I love it. It just keeps us all going, because I always tell people, yes, I'm a coach, but I'm also a client. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. Show some love on Donna in the chat. And Latoya, I would love to hear from you. Go right ahead and take yourself off mute.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to share my my little victories. I'm just really excited being on this program. I was talking to my aunt yesterday, and it's just like, I've been on this program for 4 months, and I already feel like a different person. I've changed physically and mentally, and I'm just loving every step of the way. I'm thankful for you, Tamara, and for the whole community. I'm just loving it. My clothes are fitting loose, very loose. I'm fitting into stuff that I haven't fit in years. I'm starting to get back into my smaller clothes in my closet, so I'm happy about that. And I've been on program for 4 months, and I'm down 49 pounds, and I'm excited to get to the 50. I'll be there soon. And I also have another my client on here. She's now down. She's now under 200 pounds, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome. No, thank you so much for sharing. And yes, you're doing amazing. You're going to be at your goal weight in no time. So just keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to definitely get there. Congratulations to you and your client. That's awesome. Oh, okay, Ricky got some more to say. Okay, come on, Ricky, come on.
This is about challenge, because I'm enjoying the challenge too, getting me moving, because I had gotten away from moving through the winter because I don't like to get out in the cold and all that stuff. And at first it was like it was too hot, but I went on out there and did my walks every morning. But then it started raining every single solitary day. And so I found this a lady on YouTube, Leslie Sansone, and she does a half-hour walk, and she does a 45-minute walk, and an hour walk, and a 15-minute walk. So I started off with a half-hour walk, And that was so good. So I moved up to the 45-minute walk, which also includes some stretching exercises. And so it's really good. So if you can't get out to do your walk, that's one way you can still get your exercise in. And
Thank you for the tip. And that is true. If you can't get out, Ricky basically said there's no excuses. Get some motion in. And that's so true, because I know even for me, it was some moments where, it was like really, really hot out. So I just decided to, jump rope in my house. I was like, just any type of motion just to get my heartbeat pumping. But yeah, this challenge has actually been really fun. I actually really enjoy it, as far as just to keep the momentum going. But all right, does anybody else have any other non-scale victories or anything in regards? So even challenges. All right, I know there's probably even some challenges that people may have. Any new clients that may want to talk or just talk about a couple of days that they've been on program or anything that you would like to discuss. All right, go right ahead, Shadon.
Well, everybody, this is our monthly first of the month call where we're celebrating everyone. So everyone, good job, keep it up. For those who haven't shared, I'm submitting this challenge to you all who haven't shared their journey or where they're at so far. Next month, the first week of the month, I challenge you to come on and share your story, your progress, wherever you're at in your journey. So can we get, can everybody, I'm looking at everybody's faces, everybody got the little Diz face, like, oh, what are you talking about? But can we do that? Can I see some head nods, those who have their camera on? So next month, the first week of the month, I challenge everyone that haven't shared their story or their progress or whatever that made them excited about making this lifestyle change. I challenge you to do that next week. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I love challenges. Thank you, Shadon. I'm always up for a challenge. Go ahead, Carol.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'll come up with something for you. Let me think. No, I tell you, I'm like everybody else. I really like the challenge because sometimes even like it's the end of the day and it's been a long day and I've done a zillion things and the last thing I want to do is exercise. So I will sometimes be getting ready to go take my shower to go to bed. And then I realize, oh man, I didn't do my exercise. I made that promise. It's a promise. I made a promise that I'm going to do this. So I will make myself pull out like Ricky. I mean, I don't go, it's so hot here in Florida. We were doing it, Jamie and I, on Fridays, but it was so hot. We were like sweat was pouring. So I've been pulling up the YouTubes too, but I've been working on strength training because I know that I've got some weak areas, and I found some really good videos for working with weights, and I've been doing those at home. So I really appreciate it. I sometimes want to beat myself up for saying I accept the challenge, but I know my body's happy that I did. I'm just being for real, it's not my thing, but it's good for me.
Yeah, definitely. No, thank you for being transparent. I know I have my moments too where I was like, oh no, I didn't do that workout. And then I just double it up the next day. Instead of doing 30 minutes of motion, I do an hour. It's just like to make it up. But I just feel kind of like you said, making a promise to yourself to like keep going, that I don't want to miss it or just skip it or just say whatever. No, like I want to, be true to what I'm doing. But go right ahead, Jamie.
Hi, everyone. I love Shadon's challenge there because that gives everyone 30 days to get their story straight and how they want to share what they want to share. But I am going to add to that challenge. I'm going to challenge the coaches because when I look through this gallery of ours, I see a lot of our normal clients missing. So I am putting a challenge out to coaches, and I am included in that, to get our clients on this call. This is one of the most important calls because this is the one where they feel supported. This is the one where they celebrate with everyone. This is our fun call. Let's get our people on here. Let's get them talking because that is what's going to encourage them to continue. My non-scale victory, which I made mention of, I think it was last week, is that I have somebody on here that I can see she's off camera, but that's okay. Thank you for coming on. It's my dear mommy, and I'm going to put her on blast again. She has signed on because she wasn't coming for the longest time, people. That is my non-scale victory. That will continue to be my non-scale victory, getting her to open the book because she will do so much better. I love you. Now, back to this. Let's get our people on here. Let's get our clients on here because this is what's going to support them and what's going to encourage them the most. I have so many clients that are calling me and telling me about their victories, but they're just like how Nellie said earlier, they're afraid to get on. They're afraid to speak about it. So let's get their permission. If they really don't want to say anything, let's get their permission to say their story because their story could encourage someone else. And we need to make sure that we are being encouraging to others on here that might be going through the same thing or have the same type of victories. So Shadon, love your challenge. I'm just adding to it and putting it onto the coaches. Get our clients on here. All right. Love you guys.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jamie. And that's so true. Because like you said, Tuesday, the first Tuesday every month is our fun call. It's the call to get everybody going, get everybody active, to find out exactly where everyone's at. You get me? Because a lot of times people may be struggling and you don't want to struggle in silence. You want to speak about it. So thank you so much for that challenge. And it's definitely accepted. All right, go right ahead, Vonda. You want to take yourself off mute? Vonda?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Initially, I was not going to say anything because I was bothered with a sore throat, but after hearing everyone else, I figured, you know what, jump on in. And even though I've been on the program for only a month, it has been a month, right, Tamara?
Yes.
And I was able to lose 12 pounds. But I have to say, like everyone else, the challenge, I really appreciate the challenge and the invite because as I stated before, I would normally just work out during the work week and the weekend was my time to relax. But this challenge taking me out of my comfort zone. And I'm an early riser anyway, because I get up at 3:15 in the morning. And because I'm an early riser, it allows me to get up even on the weekend, not at 3:15 though, but get out at 5:30 in the morning. And it's just amazing to walk and just be to yourself. And all you hear are the birds and the wires as they do their thing, you know, the electricity and everything. And I tell my mom them every time, I say, when you go out early in the morning for that walk, LA can be a beautiful city because of course you hear all bad things about LA, but you get out there in the early morning, you really appreciate the city and the fact that it can be quiet. And that's when I love to do my walking the most. And even though it was a challenge for me, but I say to myself, why did I stop doing this? I used to do this all the time. So it just renewed in me the desire to want to continue to walk even on my days off. So I really appreciate Tamara pushing that challenge off for me. So I want to say thank you again.
No, thank you. Thank you for sharing it. And no, Vonda, you actually keep me going because when I get your text message early in the morning, it reminds me I need to wake my behind up and get busy. So thank you. Thank you so much. You know, and I love it that you're being consistent, you know, you're following the system and you're getting results. So thank you so much for sharing. Definitely show her some love in the chat, you guys. She's new, but she's amazing, very motivating. She's very integrated, involved with the, you know, our community, Healthy Habits with Us, and she's doing a great job. So this is my 30 minutes up. I'm going to kick it over to Carol. She's going to finish off the 30 other minutes, the rest of the meeting. Continue sharing, you guys. Continue sharing So I'm just going to kick it over to you guys. Carol, thank you so much for supporting me on my end.
Thanks, Tamara. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm sorry, I gotta go back to my screen so I can see whose hand was up. I think Ricky, you had your hand up? Or was that a mistake?
Oh, no, I did put it up there in regards to what Shadon and Jamie were the challenge that they put out there for us. I would like to know some ways that we can encourage them to come that would work. And then I also would like to just put out there that not only just to tell the good things, you know, how everybody's, I lost 40 pounds and I lost, you know, I did this and I did that and I did that, are all positive. Whereas all things are not always positive. And sometimes it can be discouraging to other people who are not having those kind of results if they only hear that everybody is doing, you know, good and I'm not doing so good, I'm going to be feeling bad. So, and I did have a couple of people who don't want to come, you know, for that reason, because, you know, they're having different issues and that they haven't worked out. And we know those issues, they have to work those things out, but still. So don't be afraid, I guess is what I'm saying, of putting out there the things that you're having trouble with.
Okay, thank you, Ricky. So that's your challenge, is to have everyone come on and say the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is that they want to say.
Yeah, just don't be afraid to say is the only thing I'm saying. You know, say, and don't be afraid to share even the bad things, because though you might myself have good things, there's also some bad things. But if you only always tell the good things, then people who might be struggling will be discouraged. So
Okay.
I don't know if you found that to be the case, but I've heard it from, you know, from several people, and you know, you can't always be good. And I know I can't be the only person like that, but if there's anybody else, maybe I am the only person. But it's good sometimes to know that other people are struggling too. And then, you know, what they're struggling with and struggles. But then what can we do though to encourage people to come on? That was my second thought. What can we do?
Okay. So if anybody has any thoughts on that, on what we can do for that, or if anybody has any challenges that you want to bring to the table, let's hear it. So maybe somebody else has had the similar thing. And I see you, Ina, I know you're next. So go ahead while we're waiting.
Yes, I've been struggling a lot. And I was one of those that's not gonna say anything. And the scale was staying at one point. And that's because I thought I could do whatever I could without measurement. I thought if I didn't have to measure, you know, and just have the food, I'll be all right. But every week, 3 weeks already, the scale went up 1 pound and 6 points. I lost that pound this week. And it's just that the things that I ponder over, looking at challenging 5, element 5, it's me. It's me. I'm feeling sorry for myself. Oh, I didn't weigh, I didn't lose nothing this week. And I don't know if I want to get on with the coaches and, you know, with the, I call y'all the crew. I don't know if I want to get on with the crew. It's just a struggle. I have mental issues, but I'm sticking to it. It's just a challenge, you know, it's just an emotional roller coaster I go through. And, but keep on going on here. Y'all help me. You really do. It might take a little while, but it's working. It's working. I thank you all. And the coach thing, I wanted to coach so bad, but I'm still, I know I failed that. And I probably won't give up. But I thought I got into it too soon. That's me. I jump into it too soon, or I just have to listen to y'all every week, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you got on too soon. You have so much to bring to the table. We all have our own gifts, and you have a beautiful story that touches our hearts. And I know that you're going to touch so many others' hearts as well. So we're all in, we probably look like we have it all together, but we all have our struggles as coaches and as clients. So I think that's what Ricky was bringing out. And I guess you're thinking coaches, I'm ED, doesn't mean anything, just means that I loved on a lot of people. So you know how to love on people. That you have under control, I can tell. So don't give up on that. And you're gonna be amazing. You're gonna change some lives.
I
And
have
that's
not
the only
used
thing.
my walker, no more walker so far.
See?
And
Look
it's
at what you're
amazing.
doing, and you're inspiring us as well. So
Thank you.
so please don't feel that way, and don't look at us like we have it all together. We are not perfect. We are working on it a little bit at a time. And the cool thing, my favorite thing is this community. Like Jamie was saying, this Tuesday night call is the best thing since sliced bread and chocolate cake. And I love me some chocolate cake, girlfriend. So if I tell you it's better than chocolate cake, I'm telling you a big old thing. So it is very important to be on the calls because you get the love, you get the attention, we get to communicate with each other, and that's priceless. But you're doing amazing. You really are. So I think we have, thank you so much for sharing too. I appreciate you being so transparent with us. And we have Danielle. Go ahead, Danielle.
Hi, good evening. I was thinking about what Jamie was saying too, and maybe a suggestion. A lot of people, it's hard for them to admit when they're failing. They put their commitment into this and they're trying, but they feel accountable to their coach too. And sometimes they don't want to open up and say, oh, I'm not doing so well. Maybe asking them, just flat out asking them, what struggles have you had this week? Join the chat with me. If you don't feel comfortable saying it, is it okay if I say it for you? Sometimes as coach, you have to say it for that person until they get to the point that they're comfortable talking in front of people. It's not something everybody's comfortable with doing.
Yeah, so if I understand you correctly, you're saying this coaches individually or on this community call. What are you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying individually, for the coaches to reach out to the clients, the ones that haven't get on here or the ones that we see on here. And maybe, like you said, Shadon brought out the challenge for everybody. Next month, I would like to hear from people that we haven't heard from. People get discouraged, like they said, when everybody is starting out with all of the victories. And sometimes, when we go through this call, it's all right, let's celebrate the victory, but maybe adding the wording in, let's overcome some challenges, let's overcome some hurdles. But some people may not feel comfortable voicing that in a group full of people, but maybe as a coach, someone could reach that client and say, let me help you through, let's go to the group, I'll speak that challenge for you. And that might help that person overcome it and then feel comfortable to talk or add on to their own story.
Okay, that's a good point as well. So I know that James and James and Shadon put this together, and I'm sure James will be listening to the call. So possibly that's something that they can add in. We'll see how that could go. That's a good idea. Speaking of which, we have Shadon here who wants to say something very anxiously.
I don't know about anxiously, but
Yeah,
this
I see you all anxious. In fact, I can't see you, so there. Go ahead.
okay. This call is for everyone to share. Yes, we want to celebrate our victories, but it's for us to share what is challenging. And just because something is challenging does not mean that it's not a victory. Because if it challenges us and it challenges in that moment and we surpassed it, that is the victory right there. So like Ricky was saying, everything isn't always positive. There's some negative too. But we know as coaches, if someone is not having the results, we know that they're doing something wrong. Just like what Ingrid said, she wasn't measuring her food, so she wasn't getting the results that she wanted. Now she understands what measuring the food does. So as coaches, this is what, where we help them to understand that aspect of it. And so they can see, but like you guys mentioned, not everyone's gonna, even though we're coaching them, they're not gonna share right away. But that's where us as coaches have to help dig that out at the same time. So it goes back to what Ricky was saying about the negative part and people not having the same results. Yes, we're all going to be results in different ways, but it's not always the number on the scale. The victory for Enid is she ain't using her walker no more, right? So it's not always just the number on the scale. There's other victories in this journey. And as you go through this journey, you're going to be challenged in this journey. And that's what it is, the challenge. We can either rise to that challenge or we can just deplete to that challenge. And that's what we do as coaches to help them rise to that challenge and understand that. And that's why we have the life book and what we go into and go back to help us change our mindset to see where we are at right now in our lives. Yes, it's hard, but this is the challenge that we have to do to get to where we want to be and who we want to be. So yes, and yes, challenges are good, victories are good, but it's all how you take that challenge or that victory, whatever it may be. That's all I got to say anxiously.
We appreciate you anxiously waiting there patiently for us to call on you so you could share that momentous, exciting information with us that will help us with our mindset so that we can turn around and rethink all of this. Thank you, Shadon. You're the best. But serious business, that's true. Yeah. I know that sometimes we think, I think a lot of times, again, it's that chatter in our heads. We think of it like how well I did. I can't raise my hand and say I lost 20 pounds this week. But I think if we can help our clients and even ourselves, we get in this mode too of realizing, because it took us for a minute to come up with something as coaches, I'm thinking, what did I do? I don't know. I didn't lose 20 pounds this week and I already told you what I lost. I'm staying the same. But right there, that's a cool thing. So understanding that a victory, a celebration can be a small thing. It could be, I'm fitting into an airplane chair. I'm crossing my leg. I was able to zip my pants on. I put on a belt. Girlfriend, I really did. I don't wear belts, but I did put a belt on. And I was like, what? Me? So, it could be so many things. And I guess just understanding what that is and not letting it freak you out thinking it's got to be a number. It doesn't have to be a number. So I guess we have to work better on helping our clients to realize that as well. Donna?
Yeah, I was thinking my one victory is the other day when we were out walking, I realized it dawned on me that my legs aren't sticking together. My thighs don't stick together and rub. I can actually walk without stockings or shorts or something, to have on my legs. And it for so many years, they've always rubbed together. I always hated that. Even when I was even thin, it did that, because I just have those kind of thighs. And I was walking, it's like, oh, wow, my legs aren't sticking together. It's like, oh, that's cool. So like you said, little things, sometimes we have to, we don't even realize these things are happening to us until you really, think about it. So, yeah.
That's a cool one. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Today I did the cart. I haven't done the cart in 2 years, right? And I was standing there and no issues. And before it was like, whew, man, find me a chair. But we did the whole shift. The only problem was it was so hot, but there's nothing you can do about that. That's Florida. Sylvia, little Oprah.
Hey, my Carol, sending hugs from LA all the way to Tampa. Give it a second, it's coming. Donna made a thought come up in my mind, and you too, with the carts and standing it's like, wow, that's right. Standing and not having to, where's my chair in the back of the car? Hurry up and get that out before you get anything done. But yes, absolutely. I went to DMV today and I had to get a brand new driver's license. I'm doing the real ID, right? And they ask you for your weight. I was like, oh, that's right. I need to give them my weight and it's okay. I can tell them. It's all right. I was like, score, ask me again. What you say? What you say? Ask me again. Before it was like, just you guess. Whatever you want to write, we'll go with that. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Was who has fun at DMV? I had fun at DMV today.
Hello,
Hello, ladies.
You always have something cool. That was so cool. That's so true. I looked at my driver's license the other day and I went, who is that? That's not me. So this is so awesome. I can't wait to go get mine done now. Yay! We have Nellie.
I just forgot. I just went to Colombia, and I get all my labs done over there. I was always scared from my cholesterol and my triglycerides because they're always high in the past. And like 5 years ago, I take simvastatin for cholesterol, but I hate medicine, and I just start doing diet to get out of this medicine. But with Octavia, and I know even a year into the program, I went like a month and a half. When I see my results on my test, I can't believe it because I always over 200 and the triglyceride now I'm 63. It is under, they have to be under, and it's first time in many years. Then I have the numbers. All my tests was good. I'm in a good health. And I just want to share that. Made me very happy.
It makes us very happy too, Nellie. That's awesome. That's awesome. We are getting close to the final few minutes, and I just wanted to talk, like, say this one little thing. I heard the training that we had as coaches today, and I love what they said, that line that they said, if your why doesn't make you cry, then you, I can't remember the last part of it. Is there a rhyme to the last part? Anybody else heard that part? If your why doesn't make you cry, then you won't do anything. So, or something like that.
Then it's not big enough.
Then it's not big enough. Thank you very much. There's my friend, my roomie. Yeah. So if we have a why that's big enough, and we can really dig down into what that why do I really want to do this? Then we can do anything, and we can do it. We can do it for our clients, and yeah. So I really been thinking about that for all day today. My why. So I think everybody go back, to your book and to the first element and really hone in on your why. Really think about that. So next month we have tons and tons of people sharing. Wouldn't that be cool? Shadon.
I'm glad you brought up your why, because your why is always going to change. It's going to change from the moment you start to be a client, from the moment you reach your goal, and then the moment you start the coaching. And even as you're coaching, it's still going to keep on changing. So there's nothing wrong with changing your why, but it has to motivate you no matter what it is. And I wanted to go back to what Ricky said. She said, what is a way we can motivate and help our clients get on the call? We have to do something different than what we were doing before. Maybe we have to pick up the phone and call each of our clients and be excited and be like, hey, you're missing out on this call. Because if you think about it, if you take something away from somebody, they're going to want it. So you have to make them realize how important this call is and how it's going to help them in their journey. And that goes back to what one of our components is the community. A lot of people, it's hard for them to understand how the community helps. We have our good moments and we have our bad moments. And this is what this call does. So when we're feeling like, I don't want to have another fueling, this is where that call helps. Be like, oh, they did it. They're down this much. I can do it. I can do it myself. So it's just finding different ways to help our clients to realize how important this call is for them, because we made this call for everyone. So everyone can partake and share the good, the bad, all together, so we can help each other grow and going forward, because we all experience different stuff in different ways, because that's the way our brain works. So this is what this call is for. So Ricky, just find another way. Maybe you have to make a group message with all your clients in it. You know, maybe you have to send an email. Maybe you can send a little gift with the text message. It's up to us as coaches to figure out each of our clients of how to motivate them to want to get on this call. That's all I got to say. Over and out.
All right, roger that. Shadon, we appreciate you over and outing to us and giving your info. I had another little thought from this morning too. Oh, I hope I don't forget. Okay, I do this kind of stuff too. I'll forget. I'll be in mid-sentence and I forget. Oh, I know. Was it Priscilla? I think that was on this morning in training, and she was talking about how we are so committed to, I don't know if it's Priscilla, I might have that wrong. Anyway, we're so committed to others. Especially mothers, we're committed to our children. We're committed to our girlfriends. We're committed to our husbands. We're committed to so many people. We make a promise. I know that's me. I make a promise. I told Jamie I'm going to walk with her on Friday. I'll be like so tired, but I made a promise. I'm going to be there. You can guarantee it. I'm going to be there. I make a promise to my sister. I'm going to be there because I made that promise. I may not even want to. Classic example, drove to California, made that promise. You know, so we make promises all the time to everybody else. When we make a promise to ourselves, that should be first. Just like when you're on the airlines, you put the mask on yourself first. So making a promise, we made a commitment to ourselves. Be committed to keeping that promise to ourselves. And I think that's why we're going all the way back to the challenge. We made a promise that we're going to do that challenge because we're doing something for ourselves. And I really appreciate that because it made me think, you know, about how important it is that I take care of me so I can take care of other people. Barbara, you had a thought?
Yeah, that was actually Rachel Richards. She was talking about the structure, and then she mentioned that part of what you was talking about, that we need to be committed to ourselves, but committed to everybody else, but why not to ourselves? And so she told us to pick something and commit to it. Pick something and commit to it and stay committed. And then as was brought out, you brought out early, our why is not negotiable. So she brought that out. And then the other person, I don't think I didn't write her name down, the last woman, she mentioned about, you know, sometimes we might not talk to our coach. Her coach is Jamil. She said she only get to talk to him once a month. So she goes to Google University. So sometimes we may not be able to see our coaches all the time. They're busy. We may not, you know, be able to talk to them, maybe go a week or maybe 2 weeks. So some information that we want, and I know my coach do it all the time. She said, well, I just Google it. And so I was like, oh, okay. So you go to Google University and you can Google the information because it will pop up Optavia anyway. You put something in there, it takes you right to it, and you can look for something or you can find something. And so it's just very good information. So it was really, really good this morning. I like where it says practice make permanent, not perfect. So, you know, we're not perfect. We're not going to be perfect, but it does make permanent. The more and more we practice, it becomes a habit, and then it becomes permanent. So it was just really, really good this morning for those that was on there. For those that wasn't on there, that you missed a good morning. It was hot. It was fire this morning. And I can't wait to be there in the morning just to see what's up. Even though I was dragging, that was one of my, like Ricky said, you know, maybe one of the things I didn't want to do. I mean, I'm struggling with, I don't like being told what to do. You know, and I didn't say it out loud, but after a while, I just was like, it was bugging me. It was bugging me. So it was like, why is something's bugging me? And I think what it is a structure is a skill and it's a decision. So things that she mentioned about what part of the mission are you omitting? or not believing in. Bam. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and she said it. It was like, what part are you not believing in? And I was like, that's what it is, because I was struggling with it. So as was mentioned, we all struggle, even as coaches, and you know, and I'm being transparent, and that was one of mine. And I told even Jamil, I don't like being told what to do. You know, I never did. Not when it comes to that. Even though they would say, well, you know what, you go to the heart and say, I'm not speaking of that. I know that's right. But by other humans or something like that on different programs, that's just hard for me. I don't want to go to this meeting. I don't want to go to this. I don't want to do that. That was hard for me. So now I'm being transparent, because that's the only way that I'm going to be able to fix myself, right? I mean, we even learned that at the meeting, right? We got to, you know, like I said, pick something that you need to work on. So I done heard it from 3 sources. So I got slapped in this way, and I turned the cheek, got slapped that way, then got hit in the head. So I'm like, okay, I'm done. That was so like, okay, I got it from 3 sources. Okay, so it's like, I remember that, and that's what I'm working on. So if we're going to speak about something that we're struggling with, that's mine right there. So, you know, that was it.
Thank you so much for sharing. So it's that magic hour. Everybody, I appreciate everyone coming on, sharing their thoughts, and we look forward to next month when we have 100% participation and share even a tiny thing, just something little or something big, your challenges, things that you might be challenged with, share it. And I guess that's it for us tonight. Sending my love from Tampa, and hope everybody have a good night. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good job.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Tamara did great, guys.
You too.